Hello, Rangers. Rebel Games here again, back in Wasteland 3, and we're doing another armor mod, weapon mod review, but a little slightly different tweak on this one. Um, this one, so I'm kind of looking at how you build out Marshal Kwon. So he is one of the guys that I am bringing through and building out into my area, and how can I, since I don't have a lot of controls over the quirks of the background or really the base stats, it's like, okay, how do you build this guy out to where he can be a very effective member of your team? And there's a lot of different ways of doing it, but this is the way I've kind of done this as well. Um, so Marshall Kwan starts with uh, automatic weapons as the skill set, and he kind of has some skills based around that. But essentially, there's a lot of things I couldn't adjust, like luck and speed and charisma. Um, and so what I did is I built him up around to be a submachine gun expert. So his peacekeeper background gives him some good initiative. He doesn't have a quirk, really not a big deal. So what I did is I focused on first off. I think I got his. Nope, I'm actually didn't touch his intelligence first. The first thing I did is I touched got his coordination up, and then started getting his awareness up as well. And so I was going for that range damage bonus and the hit chance, as well as giving him a lot of movement points, action points, that is. And then a little later, as I was starting to get towards power armor, I started to focus on strength because actually this is the only guy in my group right now, or I should say the only character in my group right now that has a high enough strength. So I've several that have high strength, but this is the only one that I actually am having him use power armor. So the other ones actually have pretty good armor without needing to go down the power armor route. So anyways, so that's this. Skills wise, I maxed out his automatic weapons. He comes with kiss ass, so I figured let's go ahead and keep on with the kiss ass piece. And then I also needed a nerd stuff guy, so I had him kind of go down the nerd stuff path, so you can see we're level 10 there. And then now that I have the SMG that I have, the PDW, is that the right one? The PWD, yeah, PDW 01. Um, and that shoots explosive bullets. I'm starting to push down the explosive line. So if I had known he was going to use that, I probably would have focused on explosives a little earlier to get him into there at this point in the game where we're level 23 and about to go in down the last third of the game, going after Liberty. So yeah, so the rest of that stuff, I haven't touched the sneaky shit. That's what he got when he joined the team. So and then perks wise, again, we're focusing on automatic weapons. The trigger happy, stormer, and reckless. Those are the primary ones. So again, I grabbed reckless first. This is great, blanket 15% damage with submachine guns. Stormer, if you move more than 5 spaces, your next submachine gun attack costs no AP. This is great. He's my highly mobile guy that I have him run around doing stuff. And then I just picked up trigger happy. So now every time he kills an enemy with an automatic weapon, he gets that plus 3 AP. So I can move, go in, kill somebody with a couple of shots, then I get the extra 3 AP so I can move back into cover. So that's kind of the tactics for how I run Marshal Kwon. And then the rest of the stuff you can kind of see. It's pretty typical and basic. So inventory wise, so we talked about this already. He's using a couple of the power armor pieces, so we're going to that, but I'm using the commando helmet for that crit chance bonus. So let's go into each one of these things and kind of show you how I modified them. So on the commando helmet, again, it comes with a base crit chance bonus, but then I also added in this titanium crest, which gives us some crit resistance and +1 armor. Not a huge deal here, just want a little resistance and a little extra armor in here. There's really not a lot of great head slot mods you can put in here that I've found. There's a few, or at least the ones that I've found are not there, or I'm prioritizing some of the better ones for some of the other characters that I have. So, but that's what I did with this guy. He is using the power armor chest, which comes default with 27 armor, and I'm sorry, no, it comes with default 21 armor, and I've added a +6 armor trauma plate insert to get him up to 27. So that's good stuff there. And then the power armor legs, again, I'm using the combat speed. Exo knee gives +2. The better the better combat speed one I'm using on another character because I want them to be more mobile. So I'm just using the +2 exo knee on this one, which gives +1 armor. So you can see these other ones in here. Yeah, so I don't have that's kind of the best one I can get here with his power armor here. So good. So that's really it. Nothing super special here with this. Oh, and he's also using the PDA for nerd stuff to keep his nerd stuff up. Now, where I really want to shine in on this build and where this does really well is with the PDW-01. So with this one, I want him highly mobile. I want him to be able to use that risky perk to be able to get in, get that plus crit damage, and then move on out. So from a barrel standpoint, I use the +8 titanium cobalt barrel just to give that bump up in base damage. I also put on the 32mm magnifying scope. It gives me the +4 range. So this is going to bump out his range, that SMG range, out a little bit farther, and just give him a little more reach when he's running around to get at these folks. And then the +7% hit chance, and then we bumped up his magazine size by 2 to get to 50. So that's going to give him overall 72% hit chance at a 16-meter range with a 14% crit chance at a 2x, essentially a 2x crit damage. So not too bad. Again, he's not my primary person in this team, so he doesn't get all the best mods. But with this, he actually does some really good damage, and he gets, he actually ends up getting some lucky, or not lucky, but he gets some extra, like the. I see where his shots don't actually cost him AP. You know, every once in a while he'll get the lucky ones, or you'll put in a kill and he gets those 3 AP back. It actually works. It ends up working really well with that. As his offhand, he just used the laser sprayer, and this is just for when we go up against robots. Realistically, there's nothing huge here. Another titanium cobalt barrel for +8 damage, +7 crit chance, as well as a +7 hit chance, and then an extra magazine size. So nothing terribly special. A little bit better crit chance on this guy, but that's okay because I'm using this longer scope to reach out the range for this one, and that's why a little lower crit chance on this. So anyways, let's see. So that's the build on, that's the armor and weapon build on Kwon. So what does this end up looking like for us? So 416 con is pretty good. He starts off with 10 action points. It's great. His hit chance, 133%. He's hitting things really well with a 22% effective crit chance and a 1.7x crit damage. Kind of interesting the disparity between that. I think maybe the that doesn't count. I don't know what that how that's factoring in because we had a little over 2% on the weapon. And then as I raise up the explosives, that's going to go up. His damage is going to go up a lot because the PDW is explosive shots. So pretty much nothing major here. So I'm going to just kind of scroll past the penetration, sneak damage, sneak attack, and strike rate. He doesn't do any sneak attacks. His strike rate is meh. It's all right. Decent armor. Not a lot on resistance. Again, he's running out of cover, shooting, and then running back into cover. So trying to get that there. Explosive resistance 15%. That's just coming from explosives. That will go up. But let's see, range bonus damage 135% there, and 130% explosive damage, so a little bit more. And again, as I raise up that explosive damage, that's going to get higher and higher and higher. So that's it for Kwon. What I have found is he's a fairly effective SMG guy. So I keep him out doing that. He's one of my better damage dealers behind my sniper and brawler. He actually does really good damage and ends up getting quite a few kills. So the way he's been playing is working really well. So let me know, how did you build out Kwon? What kind of weapons do you have Kwon using? And leave those in the comments down below. I'd love to know about that and some different options. And of course, if you like this video, please leave a like, hit subscribe and the bell icon, and you'll get notified when I release new videos on these builds. So anyways, until then, I will talk to you later. Goodbye.
My eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He's trampling out the vintage where the grapes are at the store. He'th loosed the